Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Jan29+30. I am the president of the Alliance for Democracy in Laos. I would like to speak about political situation in Laos, like human rights, corruption, land grabbing, human trafficking, drug problem, resistance violation in Laos, environment destruction. Then Mr. Marcus will speak about our work, our activities since we funding our organization. Thank you, Frank, that you organize for our meeting on table today. Thank you that you coming today. First, I would like introduce our organization. Alliance for Democracy in Laos funding here in Brazil in 2009. This is a global network organization for human rights, democracy, including the environment protection in Laos and in Mekong region. Our work is in international level with UN, with Human Rights Council, UN in Geneva. We are this since 2015. Last time was last year, and we are work with many foreign ministers in free world. Marcus tell detail later for you. For me, is 2023. I received European International Women Leadership Award. Was from Frank organized, and I'm honored to receive this one. This award is not only for me, but it's for all people in Laos. They're fighting peaceful for democracy, for human rights, for independence of country. Today I will speak about the political situation in Laos, short about history. You can see here, this one is a peace agreement in Vientiane, 1973. This is between Party Lao, this is Communist Party, Party Lao, and Royal Lao government. And you can see 2 years later, on December 2nd, 1975, the Communist Party Lao is breaking the peace agreement of 1973 in Laos, began a mass exodus in the neighboring country. Around 500,000 people, Laotians, must go to neighboring country in Thailand. And today they live in the whole world: Germany, France, Spain, UK, Canada, USA, Australia, Japan, New Zealand, and so on. Laos, we are around 7 million people. 500,000 refugees in 1975. You can see, is the flag?
Muss weiterdrücken. Ja.
Okay. Ich habe die Foto hier. Okay. You can see before communist system in Laos is this flag, 3 head of elephant. Why? Laos was 1353 land of lion elephant from Prince Phagum. Built this land, but later Lao flag since communist system in Laos did demolish this flag. We are for democracy. We don't take this flag. This flag month, this is human rights violation, murder of the people. We don't take this. You can see in Alliance for Democracy logo, we have this flag too. Not only 500,000 people as refugees in Thailand and Cambodia, but 80,000 officials, including king and family, diverse in diverse church of the communist regard, like so-called education camp. But this is only for re-education camp, not education. This system, you can see, this system is today too. Since 1975, different how country, China, Vietnam, Laos, Cuba, North Korea, communist system, one party dictatorship country. This system is only corruption. Corruption in Laos is in very level of administration, from government, parliament, president, for district authority. The next one problem is Laos' dependence from Vietnam. Vietnam controls politics, military in Laos since 1975 with Treaty 1977. Vietnam can take everything from Laos to Vietnam. Vietnam is deforestation for Laos too much to Vietnam and like made in Vietnam, but forest from Laos. Marcus can tell, forest in Laos before communist system to 1975, we have 70% wood forest in our country, and now it's not more than 40%. More than 40% not forestation in our country.
And if you buy furniture of Vietnamese wood, it's very probable Laos forestry.
Yes.
Because there are photos where trucks are going from Laos to Vietnam in terms of the coast to export the Laos trees as Vietnamese trees.
Yes. We thank EU. EU has protected against forest of furniture from Laos, but it's not enough. We must fighting for protection for our forest reserve in Laos. Vietnam control politics very, very hardly. Every prime minister or president or is from Vietnam. Who can make us prime minister? Why? The Lao PDR, the communists in Laos, they work together with Vietnam communists, so-called Indochina Party. Last time, the president of the Lao PDR have met with Indochina Party General Secretary today. It's very target. Vietnam can take everything from us, but Vietnam oriented something with together with USA and so on, but Laos not together with USA. Not enough with EU for human rights, I think so. But Lao PDR make political something with EU, something with UN, but mostly with another country, with Vietnam, the next China, the next Russia. I will tell you now. Laos is economy dependent from China very much. So lots of mega projects. There are lots of 100 mega projects from China investor, like dam building. Too much dam building in Laos. For small country like West Germany, we have now around 100 dams. The next few years, they will build 300 dams. Dam is not green energy for the people, This is them for building energy for investor. This is not for Laos. Laos government has only 2 dams. The self Laos. Another is only for investor. This energy is for Thailand or neighbor country. For the Lao people, it's very expensive to pay. Too many of them is not for energy for the people, but this is deforestation, dam disaster, flooding in the country. Every rain season, too much problem. Every year the people cry from flooding in every province. Every province now we have 16 provinces, 70 provinces in Laos. Every province, too much flooding.
Water power, hydropower is very good, but not always. And in the case of Laos, you need territory, land, afterwards for the water, for the lake, after the dam. And the people who live there, who do agriculture there, who have their roots, are chased away.
Later I will explain a little bit more on the theme. Yeah.
You said Laos has 8 or 7 million people.
7 million. 7.
And Vietnam has a little bit more, 101 million. And on the other side you have Thailand with 71 million. It means it is, apologies, a relationship like between Germany and Luxembourg. If you would have a strong authoritarian neighbor, like in the case of Vietnam, the role for such a tiny country by population is to be a puppet state. And this is the reality now. You are a puppet state of the decision makers, of the profiteur in Vietnam.
Okay. Next one, mega project from China, mining. Gold mining is very big. Old mountain in south from Laos, province Attapeu, southern, and Mitten province Kham Muon, Savannah Cave, Phubia in Myanmar province. We have many mining in Laos. This mining is too much gold. Last time 1 million ton. 1 million gold. I don't know how we tell in English. I can tell you too much gold products from this mining. It's everything is for only for investor. The Lao PDR don't have enough financing from this. Why? Too much corruption. This is only for authorities. I can show you later. Last week we have a new case. One Chinese investor has gold mining in the south from Laos. 50 tons from gold. This is time from gold mining. 50
stones with gold. Yeah.
Yes. This is for authorities from province Attapeu. 50 tons for one pupil, not for the pupil in the province. This is only one example from 100,000 example for the country. Yes, we have only this goal. This goal for the pupil to building for education, for school, and so on, infrastructure, and so on. If enough. But Laos need financing help from EU, 55 million euro the last 5 years. But I asked, this is my tax tool for this money, for this fund. Okay, enough about Chinese problem. Chinese too much last project The next one is only debt for the government, for Lao PDR government. But now they don't repay. You heard about Sri Lanka too, or in Africa too, the same. Too much debt from billions US dollar. Billions US dollar debt for small country, for without industry. That's a big problem. Next one is influence from Russia in Laos. You can see small country like Laos. Why with Russia? The Lao PDR government sent military to support Putin of their wars in Ukraine. You can see. We cannot understand it, but they did. This they tell you go to education, to practicum education for military in Russia. They tell for familiar, but in reality it's to the war, and they come got knocked back at home if the people died. But the government, you can see, last time Russia support military show. This is only show. In the December 2nd last year, this is 50 so National Day from Communist power in Laos. And you can see this one. This is support from Russia. But in reality, military in Laos, they don't have enough weapon. The weapon is only in, they don't have, yeah, I speak slowly. This is.
Please come, no, please come.
Il y a des fauteuils là.
Il y a des fauteuils ici.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
They
we
have-
have been with the debt.
Yes.
For a small country like Laos, 14 billion, 14 billion milliarden dollar is the equivalent of the gross national product. That means their debt is as much as their annual gross national product, GDP. And three quarter of this debt is towards Chinese, mostly for energy projects and infrastructure. Energy dams and infrastructure, among others, a high-speed train. And therefore Laos was not able, because the debt is one thing, but you have to pay back your debt. And therefore they were not able to fulfill their obligation in paying back this debt just recently.
Okay. Russia influence is in Laos enough, and now they will build nuclear energy in Laos too. Still from Russia too. I want to tell you.
That
Yes, it's okay. Yes.
Russia has signed a contract to evaluate if they should build there a nuclear power plant in the country.
Yes.
But if there will be a decision in 1 or 2 or 3 years, it will take 10 to 15 years to build such a nuclear power plant.
Yes.
And this in a country of only 7 million inhabitants, which so much possibility for solar energy and so much production of energy through the dams that they are even exporting their electricity from the solar dams to the neighboring countries. And the EU is playing a major role in this because historically electricity systems are focusing on a state territory. And therefore the word is interconnector. That means an interconnector between Belgium and France. in Belgium and the Netherlands, and Belgium and Germany. And therefore the EU is now dedicated, together with the ASEAN states, the countries of the region, to create an ASEAN grid where you have energy produced in one country easily transmitted to another country. And ASEAN is everything from the Philippines up to Myanmar. I think it's 1.5 dozen countries in the moment. And there, Laos would be in a favorite position to export their electricity, but from dams. But on the other hand, an incentive to create even more dams. You mentioned 100 dams in the beginning. The aim of having 300 dams before the mid of next century.
Okay, enough about Russia influence in Laos. And now, a real problem with human rights violation in Laos. You can see in this
We
here.
have 2 more glasses.
Here, the left one, this young people, they have only comment in the social media against corruption for their future. His peace demonstration in front of Thailand embassy in Bangkok, but in Laos, the government don't allow any demonstration or assembly in Laos, peaceful or not peaceful. In Thailand only, demonstration peaceful. They have just arrested and taken in person for 20 years, since 2016, 20 years there, is 20 years in prison. And next one,
That means you understood.
okay.
Demonstration outside the embassy of Thailand, and they were condemned to prison up to 20 years.
20 years for this man, Mr. Somphon Pimason, the
You can,
right one.
can you see?
Yes. Okay. Okay. That's it. Okay.
I will switch a little bit.
Okay.
No, you don't know.
Yes.
The other, as well. Your glasses.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So then you can
This
see
one, the
here and
right
there.
one. This one for 20 years, and this is young women. Miss Lord Kham Thamabong for 12 years, and this Mr. Sukan Chaitat for 16 years. We have in front of, I had contact with him in prison 2 years ago. Too much torture in this. And we had in some not too much torture in this prison. He lived, but these three young people, we fighting every day to release these young people. It is not only these young people, it is only example. Enough hundreds of young people that have big problem with human rights violation. You can see this is the right one. This is authority. This corruption, very rich. But the China, you don't have anything to eat.
Can you say who it is?
This is Prime Minister here, this one. In 2017, Prime Minister, this one. And he has arrested these young people.
And he is still Prime Minister.
Prime Minister.
Ist der immer noch Premierminister?
Oh no, now not. It's another now. This is this same time. I won't tell how can he live with but the people for 20 years. Since 2017, today 2016, 10 years. Then next 10 years, I hope they live. I hope in the future. And next problem is human trafficking, too much. In Thailand, enough human trafficking, but in Laos, more.
And
Why?
they are trafficking to where and what purpose?
Yes, young girl from Laos to Thailand, Now to China, too much. The government don't take control effectively this one. You know, corruption from authority, from
What
policy.
do they do in China and in Thailand when they are trafficked to there?
In Thailand, it's few years ago, mostly in Thailand, this is all only with, okay, you have good job in Thailand. We pay enough for you. And young people go. The government don't help enough, like corruption. But now to China, very
what
bad.
did they do?
Yeah,
What
but
did
see,
they
it's
work
for,
in Thailand?
it's
Oh, okay. In Thailand, it's
They worked in factories or
mostly in
forced prostitution.
prostitution, mostly.
That's the main problem.
Another young man is in slave labor in Thailand. Slave labor.
Slave labor.
Slave labor. Yeah, slave labor in Thailand, mostly.
Data centers as well.
Yeah.
Recently, the big issue was data centers.
Yes.
Data centers or as the
Yes.
cheap
Education
factory
works
laborers.
there.
Yeah, with just $1
Are they
one day.
educated to do that? Because this is an issue very often. That's why they take young people, particular, educate them.
Mostly young
for the
people.
purpose.
Mostly,
Yeah.
and children too. Children too.
and what do the young girls or boys do in China?
In China is another method with married with young
Forced
girl
marriage.
for marriage. Oh, okay, you can marry businessman or you can go to China with people with corruption authorities in Laos. You know, or go young people 13 to 15 old young girl married with Chinese men to China. In China, they need this young people for weiterverkaufen, to human trafficking.
Yeah,
Human trafficking for another man, for another man.
Sell to the next one.
Yes, the next one.
Yeah.
The next one. Laos embassy in China, they don't help you. Oh, you have married with a man is not our work. Laos embassy in China, you know. This is big problem. We have live Facebook for a girl from Lao girl in China. Please help us. We will go back to family, but we can't. I don't have passport. The man check my passport. On so on. It's very bad situation. It's a reality now. The government of the Lao PDR they don't control enough with internet controller for China trafficking. For my heart breaking. Young girl, 13 years. Sorry. And now, political murder. This young man is our member.
He was.
He was our member. He was in Thailand with us, met with you and High Commissioner on activity about
Because Thailand has a special office from the United Nations for human rights. Right.
Okay. Yes. He was very active member from us. He gave us information about Russia influence in Laos. He knows everything about this.
Information on what?
In
This young man, what did he do? He met you,
Yep.
and what
Yes.
did he do?
He observed for us some Russian projects in Laos.
Yes.
What
Projects from the Russian government.
Yes.
Yes.
Project from Russian government. Russian government had planned to build big military bases in my Bern province. They have signed this one, but Russia now they have now problem with war in Ukraine. You know, we don't know how long.
Maybe when the war.
Maybe
will
later
end,
after war. We
they
don't
will
know.
come back.
But they have signed this one. Okay, big military bases in my Bern province. This young member from RCS gave us the information. 1 year later, he was murdered from the authority.
Where?
In Vientiane capital. He was with a bicycle in one road, and we have this one from maybe another young people like a gangster from government to Sregarai.
That took place in the night. He
okay.
moved from our project ground. We had an environment project in Laos. Yeah, he supported as well. And I think he wanted to come back to his home. Some people mixed some anger with him. It's maybe they had done some fisticuffs, and later they smashed his head with a big stone.
Yes.
It was very cruel.
Yes.
Really cruel death.
Like accident with
Next
motorcycle.
day they found
yes,
his
but
body.
in reality, we have another
People
information.
found his body some meters behind the road.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had another information from another member. She worked in one restaurant, and the authority, the police, told in restaurant, this man is very active for foreign activists. We had in cut, cut also murdered these people.
What was the argument, they said?
Yes, the police had tell these activists we have cut.
They recognized that,
murdered,
maybe this guy is active for human rights and for a
yes.
human rights organization, and that is why she called the police and says,
yes.
I know there's one.
Yes. Yes.
And we think that this policeman secretly, this civil clothes is not with uniform. Yeah.
He told in restaurant as we are big power. These people is did from us. So this we have another information we can tell this is murder from this activist. And next one is Mr. Bunsuan, our member too. He was a law worker in Thailand, very active with us. 2023 in Bangkok with us to training for human rights work in the UN. 1 year later, he was murdered in Thailand, in abroad, Thailand, Laos, in south from Laos. Is Mr. Bunsuan. Next one is Mr. Pu Vong Sai. He was our member too. He was murdered in 2020 after contact with me online. He gave us very good information about human rights violation, about corruption. He was fighting against land grabbing in her province.
Now, land grabbing, what is it? That means that state authorities make a contract with people from outside the country, the government, private investors, to say, okay, a certain amount of land, hectares, you can use now for your purpose. Consequence is that the people who lived there before, who used this land before, are chased away. Few of them are employed by the new owner, because in general they are coming with structures which is very well equipped. Machinery, pesticides, herbicides, fertilizers, and others. And sometimes these areas of different hectares can reach the size of the city of Brussels, or even bigger. There's a case from Pakistan where the government even confirmed with those who have invested in this land that if they produce something and there would be hunger in the country and riots from local people to get this food, even when it is transported to Karachi, to the harbor, the military would intervene and protect the transport of this food. Countries who are very well in this game are Madagascar, huge area, Kenya, Uganda, and a lot of other countries, including your country,
Yes.
Laos. And I know all this because I organized the first conference here in Brussels on land grabbing, taking this land away for purposes from other people. And the money which they pay is ending in the pocket of the government or in the pockets of corrupt people inside the parliament or besides the government.
Thank you. Land grabbing in Laos, the government tells people we need land for develop. But in reality, they take land from people who don't have pay for you land to skip. They pay maybe, but in reality, they don't pay enough or not pay for land. Only for our government give. We, in our vision, around 50% of land in Laos is now for investor, for foreign investor, mostly from China and Vietnam. 50%, our vision. But nobody has control it. We appeal for international organization to control this. How many projects, how many land they take from the people? The people don't have land to for their life, and the people are now very poor. But the office is very richer and richer. Investor from China, they take everyone from Laos now. It's a big problem.
A very usual case are the so-called special economy zones. Yes, they make special economy zones mostly for Chinese investors. And in this special economy zones, the local people has to go out. Then they say, yeah, we make a development project. Okeo, very famous. There's a huge casino. Yeah, but in this casino there are no guests. We know that it's only for money laundering, drug policies, yeah, and other illegal business there. Only a small number of tourists from Thailand came to this casino for gambling. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, but this Chinese investor, yes, international criminal court they are looking for them because they know that he is criminal, this man, this guy. And all the jobs who are created in this zone, the shops, the casino, maybe the minings or whatever, is not for the the workers are not from Laos. The Chinese investors, they bring their own workers with them. They came from China directly. The smart city project in Vientiane capital, for the next example, always say, oh yeah, smart city, yeah, that's a great project, yes. But in the smart city now we have 600,000 Chinese people, not Laos people. They are living there. 600,000. You say, what? That's a big number. Yeah, for the small number.
Yes.
Okay, now still to land grabbing.
Yeah.
The countries who signed the contract with Laos is Vietnam, Thailand, and as you mentioned, China. And Laos is not a country flat like the Netherlands. It is a lot of mountains and old forest. That means these 1 million hectares which are now under control by China, Vietnam, Thailand. That is about 5% of the whole of the country, which is a lot. I don't know what percentage is of the agricultural available land, but there are other statistics who say it might be even 3 times more, not only 1 million, but 3 million, because the contracts are not made public. And there's no consultation with the people who live there. Suddenly there comes the order from the provincial governor or from any other authorities, please leave. No, please leave the territory now that it's a new ownership. And it is for eucalyptus to get the trees. It's for caoutchouc, and it is for the dams. So this land sometimes is then handed over either 25 or 99 years, which is the lifespan of such a contract to those outside investing bodies.
Yes. The Lao government tell we have very good building for work for country. In reality, okay, maybe enough building, but it's not for Laos, from China. The next one is the young people don't have job in Laos. Our vision is around 200,000 young people in Laos. From Laos, they work now in Thailand, mostly as slave labor and human trafficking. 200,000 from 7 million people is enough, I think. Okay, so the next one, we have more case about disappear is next one, not more murder. This one, this was Mr. Sumbasvan, very well known, is development person, 2012, and Mr. Saisompon Chilikam, he was our member, was disappeared in 2024, February. The government knows that his activists were with us and disappear from home, kept on, don't tell about it. No one tell about it. On this case, we have our report. We have our report for the UN. And next one and more, human rights violation. This person is was activist. He was disappear in 2019. The left one. Yes, and this person, activist from Thailand, he was in Laos, turned to Laos and first disappeared. Later we know he's in prison, arrested in prison too. This is only example. We don't know how much young people are arrested, disappear, murdered in the whole country. The government don't tell about reality. This person was disappeared in 2015. 24 is September 24. He was fighting against land grabbing too. Since 2015, 2018, very strong fighting against land grabbing. But 2024, he was this one. You can see this right one. This is authority from province. He took again this person, and later he was arrested, and we don't know about it. No people tell about this person later. Maybe murdered torture in prison. The next one, violation of religion freedom in Laos. You can see here, Lao Christian pastor shot in home by masked men. This is 2024. Next one, Christian family home destroyed in southern Laos. The Radio Free Asian building. But 2 days ago, is here, right one, you can see. One person in district in Khammuon province died, and the local authorities don't allow this person to government.
They forbid the road.
Yes. He died, but the chief forbid Bhutan in the cemetery climbing, it's not a Christian ceremony. This is in January 2026. The people, yesterday, the whole district cried only. This is 10 years later, 10 days later. They don't know where. Can you ask? You can nobody can answer this problem. This is only example, one of the problem. But the government choose by the UN conference, we respect right of religion in Laos, but in reality it's not implemented.
Okay, it's a majority Buddhist country.
Yes.
Yes.
And these are, you're speaking about Christians.
Yes.
Yeah.
When they die, they have problems of getting buried.
This is only authority. Only authority, not the people. The people in Laos.
But I'm now a Laotian Christian.
Yes.
I die. My family wants to bury me.
Yeah.
What do the authorities then say?
And so
Or what they do?
you cannot in the
Yeah, sure, but I'm dead.
yes.
And
Yeah.
they can't stop
Yes.
that I'm dead.
Yeah.
They want to prevent that I'm buried, or what
Yes.
do they do?
Yes, this case is very long. I need translate. Only I speak better German. I need a translate. Kannst du bitte erklären?
Yeah,
Frank.
the problem is it is prohibited to use a graveyard for
Yeah.
these people. They say,
Yeah.
well, this is a Buddhist graveyard you can't use.
Yes.
Or it is a public graveyard for communist people, whatever. But for Christian people, it's absolutely prohibited to use it.
Yes.
So the people have, where do I have to put the bodies?
So the
Yeah.
communists say forbid.
Yes.
For this, yes.
They
Destroy
use all
home
the
and then
Buddhist
But
cemeteries.
officially, they have the freedom of
Yeah.
religion in the constitution.
Yes.
But what happens now, please?
But
I
in
know
reality,
that.
is not.
What happens with me now?
Yes.
I'm giving back to my family, or what?
Yeah.
Yes. You don't
And
have
not that my family.
anywhere. This case, can you please translate for me? Diese Person war verstorben und sie wollte in einer Friedhof beerdigen und dort Bürgermeister hat gesagt, du darfst nicht beerdigen, du
Okay,
bist
the
hier.
mayor
Yeah.
of the local cemetery said,
Yes.
"No possible."
Dann ein von der Familie hat gesagt, okay, wenn diese Dorf Friedhof nicht, du, wir machen ein anderes Dorf.
And they went to another village.
Ja. Der andere Dorf, Bürgermeister hat gesagt, nee, unser Dorf darfst du nicht, du bist Christian. Diese Friedhof ist nicht für Christian, Leute. Dann,
And then it was, yeah.
yes, okay, bitte sagen Sie.
No, but what happened is, I said, and then the other mayor was refusing it as well.
Yes.
What happens now, the dead body?
Ja, later haben sie, okay, dann kommen wir zurück, dann beerdigen wir bei mir zu Hause in der Nähe von Garten.
And they buried them in the garden.
Yes. Und später haben sie gesagt, nein, die Nachbarschaft, oh, ich habe Angst vor der Sarg. Und dann haben sie dann Bürgermeister von dort informiert, hier wurde beerdigt in der Ecke von meiner
And the
Nachbarn.
neighbors then were afraid that they would have problems, and they informed the mayor that they did it in the garden.
Ja. Dann hat die Bürgermeister gesagt, nein, das geht nicht. Es muss von unten hochgraben, das darf ihr nicht.
Haben sie wieder rausgeholt.
Yeah.
And therefore they had, who took it, the family or the local authorities?
Yes.
No,
Yes,
who did it? Wer hat es getan? The
local authority.
Die haben ihn ausgebuddelt.
Sie haben gezwungen, die Leute muss hochbringen. Gezwungen.
Die Familie musste ihn
Ja, ja, ja.
They forced then the family to
Yeah.
open the grave
Yeah.
and take out the dead body.
This
And what
picture,
happened then?
yes, this picture you can see.
Yes, and what
Yes,
happened then with the
you can
dead
see this here, it's over there, okay? No.
Yeah.
And they cry, they don't know where
body?
now.
But what happened now with the dead body?
Yes, but
Was passierte jetzt mit dem ausgegrabenen toten?
wir wissen noch nicht, sie sind am Weinen, sie wissen gar nicht
It's still in
wohin.
the house of the people.
Ja.
Huh?
It's still in the house of the people and it's
Yeah,
dance.
decomposted dead body in the house of the people.
Sie wissen noch nicht.
Also der halb vergarte tote Leiche
Ja.
ist jetzt im Wohnzimmer von den Leuten.
Nein, noch draußen liegen lassen und die Leute am
Auf dem
Weinen.
Grundstück,
Sie
on the
kämpfen
ground.
immer noch, bitte, die
Okay, now,
Regierung
the
muss
dead
Problem
body
lösen.
is now still in the garden,
Yeah.
but not in the earth, but in the garden.
Yeah.
It's lying in the garden.
Ja, warten immer noch am Weinen, gestern Abend. Ja. Und der Mann, der hat gegraben, der war ein von der Familie, wurde verhaftet. by a graben.
And the guy
Yeah.
who did the grave was arrested now by the police
Yes.
for illegal digging of a grave.
Yes. This is only example one for
I don't want to die there.
many case
You
about
might have a problem even in Europe, Frank. Even in Europe, there are cases of Muslim burials, even in this town. Certain cemeteries are close to others.
No,
This
there
town-
is a cemetery here in Brussels
For
for
Muslim.
Muslim and only for Muslim, and one for Muslim and Christian.
There are
together.
problems. Some people wanted to have the vicinity for their burial. That was not accepted by that cemetery. So the religious issues can be very different. Of course, people are cremated mainly, so it's a problem for them. But the issue of religion can be, even in Europe. So
problem is in Laos too much corruption. The authority don't have enough staff punishment for the authority. That's his problem. Yes. Enough about human rights violation. The people don't have any right. They don't have any right for peaceful assembly. They don't have right for median.
No basic rights.
No basic rights. Yeah.
Okay, but there are positive things. The European Union, for example, is financing reforestation.
Yes.
That means the trees are cut to be brought to Vietnam, and now the EU is financing the planting of trees, which in 10, 20 years should become a rainforest, tropical rainforest. That is good.
Yes, it's good. EU has a very good plan for Laos. Last week, they have signed about development for education in Laos.
Sure, but let me please,
Yes.
now with the trees, now you can see from the satellite that the whole area is now totally green.
Yes,
And now your members went there and they discovered that there are no trees. There were bananas
yes,
and
Bananas.
there were
yes. But in reality, EU is very good plan, good project for Laos. But in reality, funding from EU is only for corruption authorities. It's not for reality. Like for reforestation is banana plantations for Chinese investor. Natural should be
Environmental
environment
protection.
protection zones. In Laos has now 24 zones. Environment
what are
protection
souls?
protection zone. Yes,
Zones.
zones. Yes,
So-
Yeah.
24 zone. But the authority, the president of the parliament, 4 weeks ago, allowed aid from this zone for Chinese mining project.
You understood there are 24
Is
environmental zones
Yes.
where nothing should happen.
yes,
And 8 of them, through the influence of the president
Yes.
of the parliament, has been opened for investors from China to look for minerals for mining, gold and others.
yes, it's actually a problem. You can see in reality it's not implemented for environment protection like EU or UN plan. This one you can see that's plan. So now I want tell about our recommendation for EU. Today we met with AARS today afternoon. Our opinion.
Jamul has another meeting.
Yes. Okay. Yes. For the EU, its development is for this that the UN human rights implemented in Laos. This funding can only when Laos PDR implemented for human rights basis. If you don't implement it, must stop funding from EU for the authorities. Is our vision. Only for corruption, no for people is not good. Must more pressure of the authority must implement it. Like in Laos have decree 117 had the control of internet, social media, and press, freedom of press, like this degree, strict. You cannot any critique of the government or authority. Only in Facebook. Oh, you, how's your Facebook address? Come to arrest you from at home and arrest you. Social media. Did you comment? Did you know where are you? And Decree 27.3, this for critique of authority 373 is media controlled, and Decree 238 is control of NGO. Any NGO in Laos is independent, only for government can as NGO. This is NGO for government. It's not NGO. NGO, but in reality is organization work for government. Like Congo, yes, Congo. Like we, Alliance for Democracy in Laos, we fighting reality for human rights, for democracy, for environmental protection. Don't allow to Laos. I can't go to Laos. I have any visa in Laos. The government don't allow for my name or arrest me in maybe in
you have a European passport? Or?
I have a European passport.
No,
she has a German citizen.
I have German city.
Yeah.
I live.
Anymore.
No.
Yep.
Yes. But they don't give me visa. Any
on
visa.
the blacklist.
Yes. I very know people for the government. I don't have visum this one, or when I go to then in maybe arrest me immediately. It's not only me, every activist person in Laos. And now we call for EU to help the political prisoners like young people. I think 3 young people for 20 years in prison must be released quickly, immediately. And other political activists too. And the next one.
How many political prisoners do you think are in the country?
I think thousands, 3,000-4,000 political prisoners in Laos, I think. Amnesty International is now allowed to Laos, but they don't have enough right to go everywhere in Laos. They don't know enough, I think. Laos has taught best in Myanmar.
Death penalty.
Death penalty, yes. Yes, penalty too. I think too much political prisoner is too expensive for the government, mostly diet, no, I think.
They are in prison under very hard conditions,
yes.
Bad food,
yeah.
Bad health care, whatever,
yes.
hard work.
Yes.
And when they
too much for torture, work, yes, too much torture and not enough.
One problem less for the government.
Yes, but I think these 3 persons is very known in the social media. They don't have, they don't die now. We must help immediately now, I think. The next one, we appeal for the EU against international organization in addressing transnational crime in Laos. This is too much transnational criminal in Laos from China. In Cambodia, they had something against this transnational crime with help from South Korea in Cambodia, you know, last year in September, I think, September, yes. But in Laos, only Laos government is not enough, you know, corruption in every level of emissions. But we appeal an EU to make something against transnational crime. Too much big center in Chantran in northern from Laos. Then now they build in province Savannakhet, the big one now. thousands of young people work as slave in this center. Too much. We need immediately to help these people. Next one, we urge an EU. Does the Lao PDR, they don't allow build so-called national human rights institution in principle of principal Paris. The government don't allow. The truth is, by the UN conference last year in September in Geneva, we don't need this institution. Why we don't have enough staff? We don't have enough funding. But in reality, Lao PDR, they don't allow for human rights. They don't allow for independent organization. We fighting peaceful for this organization must be in Laos. National Human Rights Institution of Paris Principle is immediately for Laos, for the people for right. We align for democracy in Laos. We can make this one. We can building this institution with cooperation with EU, with international organization. It's our hope to protection the human rights for Laos. We can, for the government don't make something. We have only now EU. For us, EU now is very important organization, institution in the world for democracy. It's our hope. It's our hope for Laos. Now, we hope. Thank you for your attention. You can have contact with me. You have, if you want, have mine. I had my email. You can write me. I can send you more information.
Sure. Now, I have a question.
Yeah.
You are well known, your NGO, that when you were contacted by the US State Department, the Foreign Affairs Ministry,
Yes.
under Joe Biden, they wanted to know concrete facts concerning corruption.
Yes.
Yep.
And I heard that you delivered some names and some facts.
Yes.
Do you think to do something similar, to offer something similar to the EU
Yes.
authorities, the Commission in this case, the EAS?
Yes. I think 2024 we met with the government of Joe Biden in Washington DC.
Ja, du musst noch die Frage
Okay.
beantworten.
You can answer. Okay.
Yes, yes, we are able to do this because we have members and we have human rights activists on the ground. Okay, not officially, we know the problems, we have heard about it, yeah, but they work for us, they observe for us, and we have members in every level. That's a good thing. Yeah, we have regular workers, migrant workers, people in the casinos, in the special economy zones, at the authorities. Yeah, therefore we have people and they can observe for us, and they can look and they report to us what's going on in Lao PDR.
But how they report to you? Do they send letters or postcards or emails, or what do they do?
In various ways. Every supporter or every activist from us has another way. Some people use Signal, for an example, or what's
a media service?
Yes, it's a media service. Okay, some people on the messenger with a fake name, yeah, on the messenger of Facebook. Yes, okay, must be. And some people call us by telephone. They change the SIM card on the telephone every month or whatever. So they can contact us. The best way is when it for the migrant workers, when they move to Thailand. That's the best way for them. In Thailand, it's a little bit more safe for them. In Thailand, it's more easier for them to take into contact with our staff or our officers on the world. We have several offices in the world. We have one in
Where do you have the offices?
Germany, France, Canada, USA, Australia, New Zealand. These are our main offices, and all these offices, they stay into contact with these people yeah, and we are sharing informations, yeah, and orders. Hey, there's a place, I've heard about it. Can you look what's going on there? And then they report us back. It's a very good relation. And then in the past, we have done not only for the American government, in the Joe Biden time, there was very smart people at this time at the State Department, for the German government as well. Yeah. We have reported to the German government for some cases, and they stopped this project immediately. They say, what? Yeah, there's our money? No. Then we stopped the project, and then, oh yes, a little bit later, the Lao government recognized that we are guilty for this report. And they put me on the blacklist, yeah. And there's one guy in Germany who works, we know he works for the secret police. Officially, he is representative. Yes, he is a representative of Beer Laos in Berlin. Officially, Beer Laos. The brewery, Beer Laos.
Pins.
Beer Laos. Yeah. You can Beer Lao. You can buy. It's a beer from Laos. A rice beer, is it? Yeah. And so this representative, he works for the secret police.
Okay. I think
we know him.
Marcus, do tell about our activities for we have 30.
Ah, yes.
But
I
yes,
can,
yes, your part. Okay.
Yes, a little bit more on solution. Or can we change a little
Okay.
bit? Maybe. Oh, I have a script.
Okay.
Like she has.
Yes.
You disclose this to this man that you informed the German government. How could he get information?
Oh, the German government, and we recognize it as well. This was in 2015. We recognize it because there was a Lao person in this a little bit before who supported a meeting for us, in a big meeting. There was, I think, 60 or 70 people. An information meeting broadcasted by a media company in Berlin, and then this guy came to him and said, hey, you support Alliance for Democracy in Laos? Your sister is still in Laos. You want to, that she still be, you know this problem, yeah? Will be safe in Laos? Stop it immediately. And that was the first one we recognized, oh, this man is danger. Yeah. Yep. And other people in Berlin, Lao people, has observed him and say, no, yes, he has a very strong relations to the Lao embassy.
Is the government aware of this?
They know. They know.
I think they are happy. Why? Because if they would extradite him, or if they would arrest him, then another person would come, and then it's very difficult to identify who this other person is.
But what my question was, you informed the German government. The
yes.
German government stopped the project. But how could the Laos government learn that you informed the German government? Did the German government disclose this?
No.
Or where was
it? I think they has observed us when we go to the directly to the German State Department, to the Auswärtiges Amt in Germany. Yeah, near this Auswärtiges Amt, this is German State Department, there is a Vietnamese restaurant. And we suspect that they observed us from this restaurant. There is one entrance in the main, and there's another entrance on the side street. Yeah, and we suspect that they have observed us there, and they watched. Oh, these people we know.
Can you tell about example one meeting from us in 2012 in Berlin?
Das habe ich ja gerade gesagt.
Okay, yes. It's very high problem. With activists in foreign country. In Laos is not possible, but in Germany, Laos embassy make something directly against us. That is too much for us. But
Yeah.
we're fighting every day, every time for our people, for our nation. Thank you. Marcus, you have
Yeah, some
yes.
very interesting pictures. On the left side, there's a sad story from Laos. A woman with a child on this arm after a dam disaster. They have several dam disasters in the last years, not only one. We have a little bit more. There's the dam projects.
What is a dam disaster?
The dam disaster, dams has broken. Dams has broken and flood out the whole land, and big area. People has lost their home and now they have to live into shelter since 7
can
years.
I tell about this
Since
case?
7 years, it is,
Yes.
it is very hard for these people, and we know that the international aid for these people went into bribery. This is yes.
Yes, example
It's
is
for the world.
Italy.
Yes.
2018
This,
in Philippines and Hanoi after
that was the biggest
yes.
one in 2018, and they are now still in shelters. It was in 2018 the biggest one.
I wonder why the EU would be planting trees in Laos rather than helping people who have been in need for almost 10 years. Frankly.
We have also relations.
No, it's very, very
This is
simple.
really very
No,
sad.
it is. There is a Laos desk in the Foreign Affairs Department, EAS. There's another Laos desk in ECHO, humanitarian aid, and there is another Laos responsible in the, what's the name now? Before it was near. Huh?
Before it was near.
Yeah. And therefore, and they have their projects, they get requests because there are local people and people from other countries who are in charge of these projects for reforestation and others. And to my knowledge, there is not an overriding mechanism, despite that the EU had an embassy in Vientiane, an EU delegation. And they are doing, I've a great job. They have a lady there who is very, very tough on human rights in fighting for it.
Who could eventually intervene to release the 3 people who have been in prison.
Yes, yes. But therefore it is necessary that you are in contact with her.
Yes.
And today you received the name of this wonderful lady, Dr. Wacker, and therefore, yeah, you know her. You like her?
Yes.
A lot?
Say yes.
Thank you. Good.
That's a good message.
Okay.
Yes, some pictures are from our work all over the years. We have participated in all of the most important forums and sessions. For an example, this is ASEAN People's Forum. Yeah, it's ASEAN, from the ASEAN countries. Very important. Yeah, this was very successful. This was in Kuala Lumpur. We work for United Nations in New York City, European Parliament as well, German State Department. Yeah, this was a rally in front of United Nations. We also work very close with United Nations in Bangkok. Yeah, with the High Commissioner for Human Rights. She's a very great woman from Italy, and very typical Italian, and I like it. Yeah, she works very fast and very good. Yeah, in this area, we have a really close relationships. We supported UPR, HLPF, ICERT,
Yeah, but
ICCPR,
you know what UPR is?
Universal Periodic Report.
This is a sort, in my words, a regular striptease, which
Yeah.
all states have to do in Geneva. I think it's every 4 years. And there, they have to be officially there. And all others, countries of the Human Rights Council and civil society, can propose problems which have been discovered in that country. And I was once involved on India, and we succeeded in having more than 100 human rights critical, extremely critical points. And these countries then, when they're coming back after 4 or 5 years, they have to report what they have done in these different fields or not done. And therefore, this is a terrible moment for those responsible for human rights violations in a country. Belgium, for example, is regularly there as well, accused of the situation in the prisons, or how they keep foreigners who are asking for political asylum. And no country is a blank sheet.
And our work
there, when it's Laos, I think the Laos representatives who are there, then officially they are fed up to see you.
Yeah, the last cycle was last year in January in Geneva. It is a very interesting work. We have done a lot of site events, information sessions. Sometimes we have sit in a small room like this, directly speaking with some politicians, ambassadors from various countries. And sometimes we have done site events online in hybrid last year, okay, after COVID. And in bigger rooms, yeah, with 60 or 70 people. It's a very interesting work. And I remember one very good word, as I've been for you in Geneva for my first time for UPI. It was in 2015, as an Italian ambassador says, there is no perfect country in the world. There isn't. Our country is not, your country is not. But there is one difference. In some countries, I can say it. In other countries, I can't say it. That is the main difference. It was so great after he said that. I said, yes, wonderful. And with your Italian charming, yeah, the Chinese ambassadors. But it was so great. So very, very wonderful work. In the last time, we had a new focus. Bunton has mentioned about it. It's environment, deforestation, dam constructions. You have mentioned some issues about it. The question, the connection between human rights and environmental is very, very close. In 2015, we remember United Nations accepted with a 2030 agenda that environment protection is also a human right. It is a very, very important issue. And so therefore they created the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. That is what we also work very close for. And every year the high-level political forum takes place in New York City. And all countries in the world do a VNR, a voluntary national report there. And our work for this is, look, what is the truth from your flower speech, from the government. This is our main work. That's very interesting. That is from COP30. That is just a few months ago. Yeah, we have been in Berlin. This is Professor Joshua Cooper from the University from Hawaii. We work very close with him. And
this is in Berlin, in
yes.
Brazil, for the climate conference of the parties.
Yes, I hope it will work. Small video. Oh.
Internet problem.
I don't know.
Internet.
No, I don't think that it is internet. One moment. But we can.
Original.
I will show the original video. It is. I think that will be better. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's a lot of videos at COP30. You can see we have done a lot of work there. But it is very interesting, his explaining and on the results. In COP30, where is it?
This one.
Yeah, I see, yeah.
über die Ergebnisse. Das ist
Ja, das sagt er doch.
am Schluss ist es dann.
Is actually the negotiation of the text. Number two, which is actually crucial now, is the NDC's nationally determined contributions. 178 nations have completed their NDC. And this is our way to see if we're on target for what Paris agreed to of striving toward 1.5, but below 2. So that's absolutely crucial because every fraction, every tenth of a degree matters so much.
Yes, too warm,
Think about what's going on
too
right
hot.
now, the Earth has a fever. It's also suffocating. And I think I might even have a cold. But when you look at what's going on, it's about people to come together to be able to say that we know we live on one planet and we must organize with one another because there's no planet B. There's no other home that we'll ever be able to move to. So it's so important for the nation of Laos to be here, for the We the Peoples of the UN Charters allow NGOs and civil society to have a strong presence, to connect with other movements that also care about Earth democracy and want to make sure that the world's a better place together. And we're now here outside the green zone. This green zone is an amazing space. It's where all of the NGOs, all of the governments, and all of the host countries come together to focus really on education, so that everybody knows the state of the planet, mobilization, to make sure then that people can all come together and coordinate for what matters most. But most importantly is to realize, the realization aspect, to realize the Paris Agreement and the 17 global goals on the ground so that people's lives are improved. It is about people, planet, prosperity, making sure that everyone has what they need, rooted in human rights and resilience for all.
Yeah, that was a very amazing this work. Yeah, to work with Professor Cooper. He's very famous. He's from University from Hawaii. He is the director of the Hawaii Institute for Human Rights. He's also a director of the Academy for Human Rights at Geneva and the NGO coordinator at United Nations in Geneva. So he's very famous and he works very, very close with us together. Yeah, and with other NGOs as well, like the Good Group from the Asia Pacific area.
Talking of professors, do you have contacts with universities in Laos for young people? Because for me, young people are very important, and I think we have to educate young people in the right direction to make them understand democracy and these issues.
Yeah, this is what I.
Can I tell about it?
Yeah.
Yes, one person, he was a student in university as Obama visit Laos 2016. 16, yes. They will build something with project with Obama and something, but the government don't allow directly for the student to access. He was the young people have the placard, some placard of the street post. Yes, yes, for Obama, but very small one only. But the authority don't allow enough to make something. Project from Obama was very good for young people in university in Laos. Daily program is very good, but the government don't support enough for democracy. It's now only for education more than democracy. But you know, degree 117. Where can critique the government? Nobody.
Are there professors who are teaching young people and are interested?
Yes.
They are open enough because
Yes.
of experience with
Yes.
other countries?
But we, Alliance for Democracy in Laos, we made training for human rights in Thailand. In underground, we take our activists from Laos. 2023, you know, one person was murdered 1 year ago, and so on. Too much for activists. It's not possible for young people directly in Laos.
Yeah, we have to train them outside, abroad, in other countries, but it is still dangerous for them. Yeah, she mentioned this.
It's an opportunity to take them out of the country for training. Like Obama Foundation
No.
is offering scholarships now.
Yes.
I think the applications ends on the 27th of February
Yes.
for young people to travel around the globe,
Yes.
learning about democracy, human rights. They can choose wherever they want to go.
Yes.
They just need to apply.
Yes.
I've been sending it around
Yes.
to young people,
Yes.
so I can share the.
Yes. But problem.
That will be good.
Yeah.
Okay, that
Yes.
is a
Yes,
good
I-
idea.
Yes, yes, very good. But in the past, the government takes only young people, their children from authorities only. You can go to foreigners. Yes, my father, prime minister, my uncle, parliament president, and so on. They don't interested for human rights or democracy.
But for instance, the European Erasmus
Yes,
Plus, are you
yes,
aware of
yes,
that?
yes.
Are young
Das-
people on the Erasmus Plus program for the
Was man
to
das?
study in
Das
Europe?
Erasmus-Projekt.
Ist ein Programm von der Europäischen Union.
Even for the
Yes,
Obama Foundation, for example,
Yes.
you don't need to allow the authorities to apply for them.
Yeah.
You can even apply for them from
Yes.
here. You apply for them,
Yes.
and if they got the scholarship, they will definitely go out of the country.
Sorry, we know now EU has one project for studies in Europe.
Very good.
Very good. But how we can help activists for this project? I tell you, it's only children from authorities. It's not good for the people.
The problem
Our-
starts when
yes.
you're not a member of the Communist Party,
Yes,
then you get no passport.
yes,
Or you have to spend the salary of one complete month for one passport, and
Getting a scholarship.
Yes.
it is valid only for 6 months.
yes. But now we will work together, cooperate with EU from our activists. From our activists with EU cooperate.
Now, with
Yes.
Obama Foundation, can you inform them?
Yes, I will. Yeah, I'll share the.
Yes, yes. How can we make with our activists really fighting for human rights? These young people we need for this project, for Obama project, for EU studies, and so on. Yes.
Is it possible, for instance, for visitors? I visited Thailand and went to university there and taught about democracy, different ideas, which was delicate at the time because the dictatorship or the military was already in place.
You
Would that be
can
possible for a visitor?
you can
Like
try
my
it.
humble self?
Yes, you can try it. But the people, the young people, when they go to this meeting, few years later, we don't know these young people have to disappear or more or and so on. You know,
Yeah, but
this is for that is
you have to be
maybe-
diplomatic. I have some
yes,
experience
yes.
in Thailand, which was not easy either. Because I
fight.
couldn't use the word democracy.
Yes,
The easiest way is when they go to Thailand as a migrant worker, and then they can
So if
take
Thailand
contact
is
or
not free in
can
that sense.
join a training
Yes.
or seminar or whatever.
yes. It's
Yeah.
our small project in Thailand 2 years ago. Later, our member was murdered. It's for us very danger. You can fight for
So
you.
often it's
Yes,
that the young people are not aware of the
Yeah, yes.
possibilities
yeah,
of
yes,
these programs.
yes.
That's one thing
We
to
must
do.
preach of the Lao PR. We must allow something. We need national institution for human rights of principal parties. I tell every day. We need
I
this.
think even our
Yeah.
delegations, the
Yes.
EU delegation and the ANCIANA should be aware
Yeah.
that people would like to teach
Yeah.
even in the country. I'll try to contact them.
Yes. Can try. I think many young people they know about this problem, but the government have too much power to control every people and too much human rights violation. I think tell you, 3 young people in prison for 20 years. This must release. That's okay. International organization can help us. Now we are active. You know, this is key for us. This is key for international organization and UN or EU too. Okay, Marcus.
Yeah.
Right.
Vis-à-vis,
But this,
it was written in the invitation that we will finish in 2030,
Okay,
and we are now approaching the end.
okay,
okay,
I propose now that we can have bilateral exchange, especially
No
for
problem.
the business stuff, and if you want to drink something else, because those drinks always
สบายดีบรรดาท่านผู้แม่พี่น้องเราท่านอยู่ทางในและนอกประเทศในทั่วทุกมุมโลกที่เคารพและนับถือข้าพเจ้าคุณธรจันทราภพดิเซอร์ประธานองค์การพันธมิตรเพื่อประชาธิปไตยในลาวและคณะได้เดินทางมาเคลื่อนไหวอยู่ที่นครหลวงบรุกเซนประเทศเวนซิกเป็นศูนย์กลางของสหภาพยุโรปพวกข้าพเจ้าได้เดินทางมาตั้งแต่เมื่อวานนี้วันที่29เดือนมกราปี2026การมาสุดนี้แม้พวกเราได้เดินทางมาเข้าพบเจ้าหน้าที่ของรัฐบาลสหภาพยุโรปแขนงรับผิดชอบการเมืองต่างประเทศเหมือนดังว่าเป็นกระทรวงการต่างประเทศของสหภาพยุโรปการเข้าพบครั้งนี้แม้ได้เข้าพบผู้สำคัญที่รับผิดชอบปัญหาของเราอาสิกอาคเนย์และผู้รับผิดชอบปัญหาสิทธิมนุษย์นอกจากนั้นแล้วคณะพวกเราก็ได้จัดอีเวนต์หรือว่าการประชุมรายงานเรื่องปัญหาของเราจัดขึ้นอยู่ที่ในนครหลวงบรุกเซนเหมือนกันซึ่งข้าพเจ้าจะให้รายละเอียดพ่อแม่พี่น้องเราในขั้นต่อไปนี้ก่อนอื่นเมื่อข้าพเจ้าขออธิบายให้โดยเฉพาะลูกหลานเราอยู่ในประเทศได้เข้าใจว่าสหภาพยุโรปนี่เป็นอะไรสหภาพยุโรปเนาะเป็นบอนที่ร่วมมือกันของ27ประเทศอยู่ในยุโรปที่เป็นสมาชิกของสหภาพยุโรปสหภาพยุโรปมีสภายุโรปซึ่งว่าบรรดาผู้แทนสภาที่ถูกเลือกตั้งมาจากประเทศต่างๆในจำนวน27ประเทศทุกประเทศที่เป็นสมาชิกของสหภาพยุโรปมีการปกครองแบบประชาธิปไตยมีหลายพรรคการเมืองมีการเลือกตั้งเสรีที่ขาวสะอาดผู้แทนสภาต่างๆนั้นมาจากหลายพรรคการเมืองที่สามารถเลือกตั้งผ่านได้และจึงได้เข้ามานั่งอยู่ในสภายุโรปอันนั้นเป็นฝ่ายสภาซึ่งว่าสภายุโรปมีหน้าที่รับผิดชอบทางด้านการตกลงสร้างกฎหมายต่างๆให้แก่สหภาพยุโรปและรัฐบาลยุโรปที่เอิ้นว่าEuropean Commission หรือว่าพวกท่านจะเห็นเนาะCommission Europea คือเห็นป้ายอยู่ทางหลังเนาะEuropean Commission นี้หรือว่า European ก็มีหลายภาษาเนาะภาษาอังกฤษEuropean Commission หรือว่า Commission European นี่หลายภาษาที่เพิ่นเอิ้นภาษาเยอรมันที่เอิ้นว่าEuropa Commission เนาะแม่นฝ่ายรัฐบาลฝ่ายบริหารซึ่งว่าผู้ที่มาสังกัดอยู่ในขั้นต่างๆนี้แม่นมาจากขั้นรัฐบาลของประเทศต่างๆอยู่ในยุโรปที่เพิ่นร่วมกันตกลงหรือว่าผ่านส่งพนักงานที่มาเคลื่อนไหวในต่างๆนี้แม่นผู้ที่จะได้เป็นประธานของคอมมิชชั่นนี้ก็ต้องถูกเลือกตั้งผ่านสภายุโรปตกลงรัฐบาลประเทศต่างๆที่ตกลงนำกันจึงได้มาเป็นประธานของEuropa Commission หรือว่าคันสิเว้าก็แม่นคือกันกับนายกรัฐมนตรีของสหภาพยุโรปนั่นแหละเนาะและสำหรับการเข้าพบขององค์การพันธมิตรพวกเราแม่นได้เข้าพบฝ่ายรัฐบาลซึ่งเหมือนกับ กระทรวงการต่างประเทศเนาะเป็นผู้รับผิดชอบปัญหาของเราปัญหาอาคเนย์หรือว่าอาซีตะวันออกเฉียงใต้และกับอีกผู้หนึ่งก็เป็นรับผิดชอบเรื่องสิทธิมนุษย์เนาะประจำประเทศลาวอันนั้นเป็นการอธิบายเรื่องสภายุโรปหรือว่าการปกครองของสหภาพยุโรปเนาะสำหรับEuropa Commission นี้เนาะหรือว่า European Committee เนาะเพิ่นเขียนอยู่ในป้ายนี้เนาะสำนักงานเพิ่นก็อยู่ทั้งหลังนี้พวกท่านจะได้เห็นตึกใหญ่นี้เป็นสำนักงานการทำงานของรัฐบาลยุโรปเนาะเป็นฝ่ายบริหารหมายความว่าผู้ปฏิบัติตามหลักการหรือว่ากฎหมายต่างๆที่ทางสภาได้ตกลงมาและรัฐบาลจะต้องมีการบริหารไปตามการเมืองที่ได้วางไว้สำหรับสปปลาวเนาะทางสหภาพยุโรปนี่เพิ่นก็ได้มีการช่วยสปปลาวผ่านมาอย่างหลงหลายในท้าย5 ปีหลังนี่แม่นมาถึงปัจจุบันนี่แม่นได้ช่วยเป็นทุน55 ล้านยูโรเนาะเป็นทุนในการช่วยให้พัฒนาแบบยืนยงช่วยการศึกษาเรื่องการพัฒนาต่างๆพวกท่านจะได้เห็นข่าวสปปลาวก็ออกเลยการตกลงแล้วก็ม่อมานี้ก็แม่นมีการช่วยเรื่องได้เซ็นกันว่าช่วยเรื่องปลูกต้นไม้คืนปรับปรุงป่าไม้1 ล้านยูโรเนาะแล้วก็2-3 มื้อหลังนี่แม่นเซ็นตกลงกันเรื่องช่วยในการปรับปรุงระบบการศึกษาโครงร่างพื้นฐานและสิทธิเท่าเทียมกันเล่นอื่นและสหภาพยุโรปนี่เพิ่นก็ยังมีการไกล่เกลี่ยเรื่องปัญหาสิทธิมนุษย์ของเราทุกปีนะมา2 ปีใดก็มันไกล่เกลี่ยอยู่ที่นี่ศูนย์กลางอยู่ที่สหภาพยุโรปอยู่ที่นครหลวงบรุกเซลส์หมายความว่าปีกายนี่แม่นเพิ่นได้ไกล่เกลี่ยอยู่ที่ประเทศลาวนครหลวงเวียงจันทน์และปีนี้ปีสิมานี่แม่นเพิ่นสิมาไกล่เกลี่ยกันอยู่นี่เนาะอยู่ที่นครหลวงบรุกเซลส์พ่อแม่พี่น้องเราอันนั้นแม่นเว้าเรื่องที่ทางสหภาพยุโรปได้มีการเมืองที่ว่ามีความหวังดีอยากช่วยให้ประเทศลาวให้ประชาชนลาวนี่พ้นทุกข์ให้มีการนับถือสิทธิมนุษย์ให้มีการพัฒนาแบบยืนยงให้รู้จักรักษาปกป้องสภาพแวดล้อมอันนี้มันความหวังของสหภาพยุโรปด้วยมีความหวังอันดีงามที่สุดสำหรับประชาชนลาวเฮาแต่ว่าปัญหามันมีอยู่ว่าประเทศลาวนี่ปกครองแบบประชาธิปไตยเงินช่วยเหลือทั้งส่วนหลายนี่นะแม่นบ่ถึงประชาชนมันไปตกอยู่ในการช่อกงของผู้กำอำนาจทุกขั้นแต่เทิงฮอดลุ่มคือพวกเฮาฮู้กันมาหลายนั่นแหละฉะนั้นจึงบ่มีการปฏิบัติตัวจริงอย่างจริงจังย้อนเหตุผลดังกล่าวนี้คณะของการพันธมิตรเพื่อประชาธิปไตยในลาวพวกข้าเจ้าจึงเดินทางมาพบเพิ่นที่ผ่านมาเคยมาหลายครั้งแล้วครั้งสุดท้ายเป็นปี2023เนาะเกือบว่าทุกปีที่พวกเฮามาพบเพิ่นครั้งนี้ที่เฮามาพบเพิ่นเมื่อวานนี้เนาะการมาพบปะเพิ่นนี้แม่นพวกเฮาก็ได้กะเขียนเอกสารมายื่นให้เพิ่นรายงานสภาพการทั้งหมดอยู่ในลาวเนาะปัญหาการเมืองอยู่ในลาวเป็นการปกครองที่เป็นเผด็จการพวกมีการปกครองแบบพรรคเดียวพรรคคอมมิวนิสต์หรือเอิ้นว่าพรรคประชาชนปฏิวัติลาวอันนี้พวกเฮาก็ฮู้กันดีหมดเนาะปัญหามีอยู่ว่าพวกผู้นำภาครัฐที่เพิ่นไปเข้าร่วมกองประชุมสากลจะแม่นกองประชุมสหประชาชาติบ่เวทีต่างๆนี่ทางการสปปลาวก็ว่าทางเพิ่นนี่ได้เอาใจใส่ดูแลประชาชนได้มีการนับถือสิทธิมนุษย์ได้มีการพัฒนาอย่างจริงจังแล้วก็แก้ไขปัญหาการศึกษาสาธารณสุขอื่นๆเพิ่นกล่าวดีหมดเนาะคือพวกเฮาฮู้กันหั่นล่ะรายงานดอกไม้เนาะย้อนจังซั่นเนาะพวกเฮาองค์การพันธมิตรเพื่อประชาธิปไตยจึงเอาข้อมูลความจริงที่เกิดขึ้นอยู่ในลาวนี้มารายงานให้เพิ่นการปกครองในลาวนี่ปัญหาที่สำคัญที่พวกเรารายงานเพื่อนว่าแม่นทางการลาวใช้ที่ว่าเอิ้นว่าดีกรีเนาะหรือว่าเพิ่นเอิ้นหยังดำรัฐเนาะดำรัฐ327เนาะที่เพิ่นออกมาในปี2014เนาะและเป็นการจำกัดสิทธิทางด้านข่าวสารสื่อสังคมออนไลน์ต่างๆอันนี้เฮาก็ได้กล่าวต่อมาก็เป็นดำรัฐ117เนาะปี2017เนาะที่จำกัดห้ามบ่ให้พิพากษ์วิจารณ์ความผิดพลาดของภาครัฐต่อมาก็ยังมีดำรัฐ238เนาะแม่นห้ามหรือว่าสกัดกั้นบ่ให้องค์การบ่ขึ้นกับรัฐบาลที่เป็นเอกราชไปเคลื่อนไหวอยู่ในลาวเว้าซั่นๆเนาะอันนี้เป็นปัญหาใหญ่ที่พวกเรารายงานเพิ่นว่าใน3ดำรัฐนี่นะไม่เฮ็ดให้การเคลื่อนไหวเพื่อสิทธิมนุษย์ของประชาชนลาวนี่ถูกจำกัดอย่างหายแฮง โดยเฉพาะลูกหลานลาวผู้ที่มาออกความเห็นอยู่ในสื่อสังคมออนไลน์บอกหรือว่าเหตุการณ์ประท้วงอย่างสันติอยู่ต่อหน้าทูตลาวอยู่บางกอกเท่านั้นก็ถึกนำจับกุมขังในคุกถึง20 ปีเขาบอกได้กล่าวเน้นนักถึงปัญหาคนงานลาว3 คนนอกจากนั้นก็แม่นเขาได้กล่าวถึงปัญหาที่เพิ่นทำการฆาตกรรมนักเคลื่อนไหวเพื่อสิทธิมนุษย์โดยเฉพาะสมาชิกขององค์การพันธมิตรประชาธิปไตยในลาวเกี่ยวกับเท้าไม้ทองบ่เท้าบุญส่วนบ่และผู้อื่นเนาะการที่ให้หายสาบสูญโดยเฉพาะเท้าจีริคัมสมาชิกพันธมิตรเนาะเฮ็ดให้หายสาบสูญบังคับให้หายสาบสูญเนาะเท้าอดไสยวงศ์บ่อันน่ะท่านสมบัติสมพรบอกอันนี้พวกเราก็ได้กล่าวเน้นนักอีกเนาะพวกเราได้ยื่นเอกสารให้เพื่อนนี่16 หน้าแล้วก็มีรูปมีภาพมีเอกสารหรือว่าหลักฐานเนาะได้ยื่นให้เพื่อนปัญหาการละเมิดสิทธิมนุษย์ที่ภาครัฐในปัจจุบันนี้บ่เพียงแต่จับกุมการเฮ็ดให้หายสาบสูญหรือการฆาตกรรมเนาะยังมีการยังปัญหาละเมิดสิทธิมนุษย์หลายอย่างที่พวกเราจะกล่าวในโดยเฉพาะแม่นที่พวกเราได้เน้นนักนั้นปัญหาใหญ่ที่สุดมันอยู่ในลาวนี้แม่นการโซ่กงทุกอำนาจการปกครองแต่ขั้นถึงสุดจนฮอดขั้นนายบ้านเนาะเป็นหายแห่งที่สุดแล้วพวกเราได้กล่าวปัญหาอยู่ว่าการปกครองในลาวนี้พวกท่านจะได้เห็นเนาะขออภัยนครหลวงบุกเส้นกิจกรรมหลายพ่อแม่พี่น้องลาวพวกท่านก็จะได้เห็นเนาะสิ่งที่พวกเราได้เน้นการปกครองในลาวนี่บ่พบเพียงแต่ประเทศการหายแห่งแล้วลาวนี่น่ะยังขึ้นกับเวียดนามหมายความว่าเวียดนามนี่มาครอบของเราโดยเฉพาะอิทธิพลของเวียดนามทางด้านการเมืองการทหารแม่นหายแห่งที่สุดแม่นเวียดนามควบคุมบงการเนาะการเลือกตั้งอยู่ในลาวนี่มันไม่เป็นความจริงหมายก็ว่าทางเวียดนามนี่เตรียมเลือกมาแล้วเนาะแล้วมาให้ทางการลาวว่าสิเอาไผเป็นผู้นำหมายก็ว่าทุกขั้นอำนาจการปกครองในลาวนี่แม่นเวียดนามควบคุมจนถึงขั้นนายบ้านพวกเฮาก็ได้กล่าวนายบ้านบางคนนี่เว้าภาษาลาวก็บ่แจ้งแหละหั่นน่ะเนาะบ่คอดหั่นนะก็ยังได้เป็นฮอดนายบ้านเนาะหลายอย่างที่พวกเฮากล่าวยังปัญหาที่คนเอาชาวเวียดนามเข้ามาควบคุมลาวเล่นอื่นเนาะพวกเราได้กล่าวถึงปัญหาอิทธิพลจีนอยู่ในลาวปัญหาที่ว่าโดยเฉพาะแม่นปัญหาเศรษฐกิจของลาวนี่แม่นขึ้นกับจีนย้อนว่าพวกผู้นำภาครัฐปล่อยให้สร้างโครงการใหญ่ต่างๆส่วนหลายแม่นโครงการของจีนต่อมาก็มีเวียดนามและอื่นโครงการใหญ่ต่างๆมันบ่ได้นำผลประโยชน์ให้ประชาชนและการพัฒนาประเทศลาวแต่มันรายได้แม่นเงินโซ่กงเจ้าหน้าที่ของสปป.ลาวรายได้แม่นนายทุนจีนที่ทำการขนเอาทรัพย์สินของลาวเนาะบ่อเฮโครงการสร้างบ่อเฮพวกเราก็ได้กล่าวพวกเราได้กล่าวตัวอย่างเรื่องเจ้าหน้าที่แขวงอัตตปือเนาะได้รับของขวัญจากนายทุนจีนคำเพิ่นแห่คำจำนวน50 ต้นเนาะพวกเขาก็ได้รายงานให้เพิ่นทราบอันนี้มันเป็นสิ่งยั่งยืนให้เห็นว่าการที่มาขุดค้นบ่อแห่อยู่ในลาวนี่มันมาจากการซ่อกงซื้อจ้างเจ้าหน้าที่ขั้นต่างๆโดยเฉพาะอยู่ขั้นแขวงมอบให้เจ้าแขวงหรือว่าเจ้าหน้าที่ขั้นแขวงขั้นเมืองต่างๆได้แล้วก็มันเซ็นให้เขาเอาไปผู้ใดแม่นนายทุนจีนเนาะประชาชนลาวบ่ได้หยังได้รับผลกระทบหนักพวกเขายังได้กล่าวเรื่องอิทธิพลจีนเรื่องขุดค้นบ่อแห่มันปัญหาที่ว่าประชาชนนี่อึดอั้นเรื่องขี้ฝุ่นเนาะประชาชนจะได้มีการประท้วงเอาก้อนไม้ท่อนไม้เนาะมาประท้วงตามถนนหนทางต่างๆนะมีวิดีโออันนี้พวกเขาก็ได้ส่งข้อมูลเป็นหลักฐานวิดีโอนี้แจ้งให้เพิ่นทราบพวกเพิ่นตาโลได้เพิ่นเห็นโอ้ประชาชนลาวกล้าหาญประท้วงได้ซำนี้บ่อันนี้ข้าพเจ้าขอฝากความหาพ่อแม่พี่น้องเราอยู่ในประเทศผู้ที่กล้าหาญทำการประท้วงบ่ให้รถขนส่งแห่ท่าต่างๆผ่านบ้านพวกเพิ่นย้อนขี้ฝุ่นติ่มนะขอสรรเสริญความกล้าหาญของพวกเพิ่นการต่อสู้ของพวกท่านได้นำมาถึงสากลแล้วและผู้รับผิดชอบเกี่ยวกับปัญหานี้พวกเพิ่นจะเอาจริงเอาจังเนาะผลักดันทางการลาวในขั้นต่อไปนอกจากนั้นแล้วพวกเรายังได้กล่าวเรื่องเรื่องปัญหาละเมิดสิทธิมนุษย์เนาะเป็นปัญหา การละเมิดสิทธิทางด้านนับถือทางด้านศาสนาเนาะแม่นทางการลาวนี่เพิ่นไปกล่าวอยู่กองประชุมสากลโดยเฉพาะสหประชาชาติว่าลาวสปปลาวนับถือสิทธิมนุษย์ทางด้านการนับถือศาสนาแต่ในตัวจริงในลาวบ่ได้มีการปฏิบัติตัวจริงเพราะเพิ่นนี่เหยียบย่ำสิทธิชาวคริสเตียนอยู่ในลาวที่หายเองซุ่มผ่านมาเนาะซุ่มปีผ่านมาก็หลายแล้วมาม่อๆนี่แม่นปัญหาที่ว่าชาวคริสเตียนเสียชีวิตแล้วพวกเจ้าหน้าที่ท้องถิ่นอยู่แข่งขม่วนหันบ่ยอมให้พี่น้องกับเจ้าเอาซากศพนั้นฝังดินนั้นพวกเขาได้รายงานให้ทางการของสหภาพยุโรปทราบเนาะแล้วก็ได้อธิบายปัญหาที่ว่าทางการลาวเนี่ยบ่เอาใจใส่แก้ไขเนาะอันนี้ก็แม่นแจ้งให้พ่อแม่พี่น้องลาวที่ผู้กำลังห้องให้วุ่นกันเรื่องบ่ฮู้ว่าสิแก้ไขแนวใดหั่นนะแจ้งพวกท่านทราบว่าพวกเฮาต่อสู้เพื่อพวกท่านพวกเฮาได้นำมาแจ้งให้สากลทราบแล้วพ่อแม่พี่น้องเราว่าปัญหานี้นี่ถูกเปิดเผยในวิธีสากลแล้วเนาะทางการลาวจะได้รับการผลักดันอย่างนักในขั้นต่อไปเพราะมันมีการละเมิดอันหายแหงบ่มีจักเชื่อว่าคนตายนี่บ่ให้ฟังเนาะประเทศหนึ่งบ่แม่นว่าสิปล่อยให้ในบ้านบรรเลงไปแบบนั้นมันความรับผิดชอบของรัฐบาลสปปลาวขั้นสูงข่าวนี้มันดังแล้วอยู่เราจะต้องแก้ไขคันเป็นประเทศประชาธิปไตยนะคันข่าวนี้เขานำมาออกข่าวโทรทัศน์โทรภาพแห่งชาตินะฮู้กันหมดทั่วประเทศรัฐบาลต้องลงไปแก้ไขบ่สิปล่อยให้แต่ในบ้านเหยียบย่ำสิทธิประชาชนแบบที่เฮาเห็นหั่นเนาะประชาชนอยู่แข่งขม่วนหั่นนะเสียชีวิตแล้วบ่มีสิทธิ์ฝังศพอยู่ในผีภาษาบ้านตัวเองเอาไปขอฝังอยู่ผีภาษาบ้านทางข้างก็บ่ได้เอามาฝังอยู่ดินตัวเองก็ยังสั่งให้ขุดขึ้นมาว่าบ่ให้ฝังแล้วเดี๋ยวนี้ยังบ่ฮู้ว่าสิเอาไปฝังอยู่ไสนี่แม่นปัญหาใหญ่ชาวบ้านห้องให้เสียอกเสียใจบ่ฮู้วิธีแก้ไขพ่อแม่พี่น้องลาวเนาะอันนั้นก็แม่นอธิบายข้าพเจ้าได้เน้นหนักนอกจากนั้นแล้วพวกเราได้กล่าวถึงปัญหาอิทธิพลรัสเซียอยู่ในลาวโดยเฉพาะได้เน้นหนักว่าผ่านมานะผู้นำพรรครัฐร่วมมือทางด้านการทหารกับรัสเซียหลายแล้วเมื่อปีกายนี้ก็แม่นยังส่งทหารลาวนี่ไปช่วยปูตินไปฮุกหารยูเครนเนาะพวกเพิ่นตาโลได้เพิ่นเห็นข่าวตรงนี้เนาะและยังบ่พออีกวันที่2ธันวาฉลองนี่ก็แม่นเอากองทัพเอาอาวุธรัสเซียมาโซทางด้านการทหารทางด้านโซในวันที่2ธันวาเนาะเป็นการโซเขาว่าน่ะตัวจริงแล้วทหารกองทัพสปปลาวนั้นอ่อนแอบ่มีกำลังพวกทหารทั้งหลายนี่บ่มีลูกปืนเนาะอาวุธก็ยังจำกัดบ่ให้ใช้และในอาวุธมันก็บ่มีลูกปืนเพราะเอาลูกปืนหันไปกักไว้อยู่ในศาลบ่ให้เป็นอย่างพ่อผู้นำพรรครัฐนี่เขาย่านประชาชนลุกฮือขึ้นย่านทหารนี่ลุกฮือขึ้นต่อต้านอำนาจของเขาจึงปฏิบัติแบบนี้เนาะอันนี้พวกเราก็ได้รายงานนอกจากนั้นแล้วพวกเราก็ได้กล่าวข้อเสนอของพวกเราต่อสหภาพยุโรปว่าข้อเสนอมีอย่างเด่นเนาะพวกเราคู้ว่าทางสหภาพยุโรปได้ช่วยสปปลาวหลายผ่านมามันบ่ถึงประชาชนฉะนั้นต่อไปนี้พวกเราได้เรียกร้องให้เพิ่นว่าให้มีการค้นคว้าวิธีจะกวดการช่วยเหลือของเพิ่นมันถึงประชาชนแท้บ่คันมันบ่ถึงแล้วก็แม่นคันสปปลาวนี่บ่แก้ไขตามคำเสนอของทางสหภาพยุโรปที่เพิ่นได้ใกล้เคียงในปีกายนี่นะว่าต้องมีการนับถือสิทธิมนุษย์เนาะการนับถือสิทธิในการชุมนุมชนและอื่นๆนะคันหากสปปลาวบ่แก้ไขโดยเฉพาะนี่พวกเขาเรียกร้องให้ทวงให้ปล่อยคนงานลาว3คนและนักการเมืองนักโทษการเมืองทุกคนอยู่ในลาวนะให้เป็นเอกราชนะหันทางการสปปลาวบ่แก้ไขให้ยุติการช่วยเหลืออันนี้พวกเขาได้กล่าวเนาะได้กล่าวพ่อแม่พี่น้องลาวนอกจากนั้นแล้วพวกเขายังเสนอว่าต้องผลักดันให้ทางการลาวยุติการใช้ดำรัสที่กล่าวมาเนาะดำรัส117ดำรัส327ดำรัส238อันนี้มันเป็นสิ่งที่สกัดกั้นสิทธิของประชาชนลาวที่บ่สามารถมีสิทธิมนุษย์ใดต่อมาพวกเขาก็เสนอให้ทางสหภาพยุโรปนี่ค้นคว้าวิธีการจะเฮ็ดอะไรเพื่อจะได้ไปปราบปรามเรื่องพวกอาชญากรรมข้ามชาติเนาะtransnational crime อันนี้พวกเราเสนอเพิ่นตาโลขึ้นเพิ่นต้องการข้อมูลมันมีอย่างเกิดขึ้นพวกเรากล่าวว่าทางการลาวอ้างว่าได้มีการปราบปรามแต่โจรลิงแล้วจับแต่ตัวน้อยๆแต่ตัวใหญ่ๆคือเซาเวยอันนี้พวกเขายังปล่อยอยู่กัมพูชายังมีเกาหลีใต้เข้าไปทำการกวดกาจับกุมหรือว่าเอาจริงเอาจังเนาะแต่ว่าอยู่ในสปปลาวนี่มันบ่มีการแก้ไขอย่างจริงจัง ปล่อยให้พวกผู้นำภาครัฐพากันมาแก้ไขแต่เขาบ่ได้เอาใจใส่ในการจับกุมตัวใหญ่ๆแท้ๆเนาะอันนี้พวกเฮาก็ได้กล่าวแล้วตัวนี้มันพวกเฮาก็ขออย่างน้องพ่อแม่พี่น้องเราอย่าลืมส่งข้อมูลมาเพราะว่าพวกเพิ่นต้องการข้อมูลหลักฐานหลายชนิดที่พวกท่านมีอะไรอยู่ในลาวเนาะและประเด็นสุดท้ายพวกเฮาได้เสนอว่าทางการสปปลาวนี่ปฏิเสธบ่ยอมตั้งสถาบันสิทธิมนุษย์แห่งชาติตามหลักการปารีสเนาะที่ทางการลาวได้กล่าวอยู่ในสภาชาติคือพวกท่านได้ยินผ่านมาพวกเฮาได้กล่าวว่าพวกเฮาเสนอว่าให้ทางสภาหยุดผลักดันให้ทางการลาวนี่ยอมให้มีการตั้งเพราะว่าทางการลาวเขาอ้างว่าเขาบ่มีพนักงานเพียงพอบ่มีเงินเพียงพอที่จะตั้งสถาบันนี้แต่ในตัวจริงแล้วพวกเราได้กล่าวว่าแม่นทางการสปปลาวตั้งจะบ่อยากตั้งเพราะว่าบ่อยากให้ประชาชนลาวมีสิทธิมนุษย์เนาะฉะนั้นพวกเราจึงเสนอว่าหากทางการลาวบ่มีความสามารถในการตั้งพวกเราองค์การพันธมิตรเพื่อประชาธิปไตยในลาวนี้ยินดีจะเข้าไปตั้งเนาะโดยการร่วมมือประสานงานกับองค์การจัดตั้งสากลโดยเฉพาะกับสหภาพยุโรปนี่เป็นข้อเสนอพวกเราสำคัญที่ได้มีการค้นคว้าอย่างจริงจังเนาะการมาพบเพิ่นครั้งนี้ก็มีข้าพเจ้าในนามประธานองค์การพันธมิตรเพื่อประชาธิปไตยในลาวยังมีท่านมาร์คูสวิเซอร์ในนามหัวหน้าองค์การศูนย์กลางพันธมิตรและยังมีท่านฝรั่งสวบันฮอดอดีตสภาผู้แทนสหภาพยุโรปที่เป็นผู้ประสานงานองค์การบกขึ้นกับรัฐบาลของสหภาพยุโรปที่ได้มาร่วมพบปะกับเพิ่นเนาะพวกเราในคณะนี้ต่อไปนี้ข้าพเจ้าก็จะได้เชิญท่านมาร์คูสวิเซอร์เพื่อจะมากล่าวเป็นภาษาอังกฤษว่ามันมีอย่างเกิดขึ้นที่พวกเรามาเคลื่อนไหวอยู่ในสภาพยุโรปเนาะลืมเนาะยังลืมกล่าวว่าพวกเราได้มีการจัดอีเวนต์ขึ้นเนาะอีเวนต์ที่เราจัดขึ้นนี่มีผู้เข้าร่วมสำคัญหลายท่านโดยเฉพาะแม่นเจ้าหน้าที่มาจากกระทรวงการต่างประเทศของสหภาพยุโรปผู้หนึ่งเนาะซึ่งว่าเพิ่นกับเพิ่นนี้เป็นผู้ที่เคลื่อนไหวเพื่อสันติภาพเนาะเคลื่อนไหวอย่างจริงจังมาร่วมฟังและยังอีกผู้หนึ่งก็แม่นมาจากสหภาพยุโรปที่เป็นผู้พนักงานที่รับผิดชอบเรื่องการศึกษาอบรมเรื่องสิทธิมนุษย์เพิ่นกับร่วมเพิ่นผู้นี้เป็นศาสตราจารย์สอนเนาะและเพิ่นนี้มีความหวังที่ต้องการอยากช่วยโดยเฉพาะนักศึกษาลาวอยู่ในประเทศลาวข้าพเจ้าขอฝากความหาพวกท่านเพราะเพิ่นอยากช่วยนักศึกษาลาวนี่เรียนรู้เรื่องประชาธิปไตยเรียนรู้เรื่องสิทธิมนุษย์ที่เพิ่นมีความหวังอยากช่วยเนาะนอกจากนั้นยังมีนักเคลื่อนไหวอื่นๆที่สำคัญมาจากประเทศรูมานีมาจากอูวันดามาจากประเทศอัฟกานิสถานมาจากประเทศจีนนักเคลื่อนไหวต่างๆสรุปรวมแล้วอีเวนต์ต่างๆที่พวกเราก็ได้กล่าวเนื้อในคล้ายๆคือกันที่พวกเราได้รายงานสหภาพยุโรปเนาะพวกเราก็ได้รายงานเรื่องการเคลื่อนไหวของการพันธมิตรเพื่อประชาธิปไตยในเราอย่าลืมสำคัญที่พวกเราได้กล่าวในอีเวนต์เป็นเรื่องปัญหาการฆ่ามนุษย์โดยเฉพาะฆ่าเด็กน้อยละอายุ13-15 ปีไปจีนแบบว่าแต่งงานแล้วทูตลาวอยู่ในจีนท่านบอกช่วยกับเจ้าอันนี้เห็นให้ที่ประชุมมันมีการตาโลขึ้นอย่างใหญ่เนาะเรื่องนี้และทุกคนก็เป็นห่วงที่ต้องการอยากแก้ไขปัญหาเก่าและอื่นๆต่อไปนี้จะมอบให้ท่านมาร์คูสวิเซอร์เพิ่นจะกล่าวเป็นภาษาอังกฤษให้บรรดาท่านผู้ที่เข้าใจภาษาอังกฤษเพิ่นได้ทราบขอบใจ so here
Okay, now we change the place. Hello, Sabadi, and good afternoon here from Brussels in Belgium. Belgium, just a small land in the middle of Europe, and Brussels, yes, only one capital in Europe, but it is the most important capital. You must know here in Brussels, here are all the European institutions who decide and who makes the rules and of Europe. In my back is the main building of the European Commission. Yesterday we have met with the staff of the European Commission, especially with staff of the European External Action Service. It's like the State Department for Europe. This meeting has been very important because it's not only a meeting with the Laos desk, it was also a meeting with the Human Rights Division of the European Union. Human rights here in Europe are very important. And they take it very serious here in Europe. And it's not only for Europe. European Union fights for human rights in the whole world. And European Union stays behind the human rights principles of the United Nations. European Union has made an open dialogue with us and has shared a lot of information. And so it is very important that we stay in contact and that we will do this follow-up, and we have done the follow-up in the past, now, and in the future. We will do. And the second important thing from yesterday was a side event. Just a small side event, but a very important side event. Not the mass, not the number of the people is important, the quality of the people is important. Human rights defenders, members of the European Parliament, members of the European Commission, members of various organizations who wants to support human rights, environment rights, and so on. It was very good place yesterday, so we can mention about the human rights, not only on the human rights situation in Laos, but also on the political and the environment situation. We know that this is a disaster at the moment in Laos. The promises of the Lao government are so high, but what they've done, it is so small. And that is what the European Union have to know, and that is what we submit to the members of the European Union, the staff of the European Commission, the External Action Service, and at the side event to all the other people. We got a lot of support, and the follow-up of these sessions and these meetings is very important. We do it online, we do it in person, like today and yesterday, and that is the main difference what we do to other organizations. Our work is very serious, because we know everything about the ongoings on the Lao people, and this plays a lot of thanks to the Lao people inside Laos who support us, to all the Lao people outside Laos who support us, provide us with information. It's very important. Please go on. We will make this follow-up, and we will submit your informations. We will control the information if it is true or if it is a fake, because we are not the friends of fake news. We are the friends of facts. And that is what the European Commission like for us. They know that we submit them facts, and then we can show them the reality, not the fake news submitted by others. Unfortunately, like the Lao government, there's a lot of fake news. For an example, there's a treaty between the European Union and the Lao government for the reforestations in Laos. And when you see on the satellite, you can see, okay, they planted new trees, but there aren't any trees. We know what it is. We know that there are rubber plantations, banana plantations, and not original wood, and not the original trees that stand before. We know there is still ongoing illegal deforestations in Laos. We know that the so-called mega projects like the dam buildings or the minings or the casinos, whatever, leads to a huge deforestation and environment destruction in Laos. And that is what we have told to the European Union. Institution like the terrorism principle. The Lao government answers, oh, no, there is no time, we need money. But we ask, Where is the money? You have spent such a lot of money. You got money for the environment protection. You got development aid. So many foreign investors from China, from Vietnam, from other countries has come to your country, spend money. Where is the money gone? We know that it's bribery, it's money corruption. And that is what we know. We have the results. We have the pictures. We have the reports from the people. And that is what we tell. That's only one way to stop this corruption. This works. Every people. That is what we the people. Not only small number of authorities. No, we have to decide. And we will take the power back. And that is what we want to work. That is what we support together with you. Okay, thanks a lot. It's a small overview of our work on never surrender, never give up, support us. And thank you for your support in the past. Thank you for your support.
เยอรมันคนหนึ่งที่ได้เข้าหัดเคลื่อนไหวช่วยในการเคลื่อนไหวของการทำงานประชาธิปไตยในลาวในทุกแห่งที่ว่าในเวทีศาสตร์ต่างๆได้ไปใส่ในการเปิดเผยในโอกาสที่เราทุกคนแสดงความขอบใจท่านพระสวัสดิ์ควรที่ว่าเป็นผู้ที่เอาใจใส่ช่วยประสานงานทุกทางจากประเทศต่างๆจากทั่วโลกที่มีส่วนร่วมกันกับทางภาคยุโรปนี่คือว่าโรงแรมนี้พวกเราไปทั่วโลกจัดขึ้นในนครไซต์เป็นตัวที่ได้พบกับผู้สัมพันธ์หลายทางพวกเรายังเคลื่อนไหวต่อเส้นในโอกาสนี้ข้าพเจ้าก็ขอเรียกร้องหาพ่อแม่พี่น้องเราในประเทศเราทางสาธารณสุขเป็นเรียกร้องให้พ่อแม่พี่น้องเราทุกท่านอยู่ในประเทศให้ติดตามดูว่าโครงการที่เพิ่นช่วยไปถึงพวกท่านบัวโครงการปลูกต้นไม้เห็นปลูกได้แท้บัวละพักแท้บัวหรือว่าเฮ็ดบ่ได้กันบ่ได้มีการซ่อตรงอยู่ใส่เดเฮ็ดบ่ได้อยู่ใส่เดกรุณาถ่ายรูปเป็นวิดีโอภาษาลาวส่งมาเพิ่นมีคนแปลภาษาลาวให้บ่ต้องย่านว่าบ่ได้ภาษาอังกฤษเอาเป็นภาษาลาวเป็นวิดีโอคลิปอย่างส่งมาเลยให้